Hi, I was at Pulsar headquarters the other day and I've stole something from them. Please don't tell anybody. Pulsar X2F. This is what we usually do in this channel, but with the resources of a big company. I know this is still a prototype, but let's see what they've been cooking up. But before we butcher this mouse, here's a few things I've noticed so far. It is an X2 mini shape, which is really good for fingertip, but it might be a bit too long for me, or the edges are very sharp. It fits slightly uncomfortable in my hands. Something with rounded edges would be better. Like this. I'm not pointing fingers, but you know. And listen to this. These are weird skates compared to the Crazy Light. And here's the biggest bummer. It's 42 grams. Let's do something about it. Now let's figure out this mouse. Hey, look at this! Mechanical switches! We're in the right direction. The first issue is I cannot get deep enough into these screw holes. Like my screwdriver doesn't get all the way in there. Ooh! This works! There's screws under mouse skates. This should be illegal. Look at the side buttons. They're teeny tiny. Here's the PCB. It's an interesting construction because the PCB is held down by two giant screws. And here's the base shell. Kind of a different construction than the regular mouse. And it doesn't really feel that strong either. Interesting. $10 grams. And this thing is just a cover for the batteries. Here you go, 1 gram removed already. And 250 milliamp battery. Good progress. 7 grams. I would assume a lot of the weight is coming from this plastic, because on more conventional mouse design, you'll have only this that is mounted to the main shell, and the main buttons are going to be mounted to the top shell. But since we don't have it here, there's going to be a lot of extra plastic that needs to hold the mouse buttons. Okay, let's try to remove some weight from the base plate now. Anybody who lives in Korea, I'm sorry, I'm gonna remove this part, but I'll promise I'll keep it somewhere nice and tidy. Also, since it is a carbon composite, I don't want to try my luck and inhale some of the carbon. So I'll be drilling with my respirator on and see if there's going to be any dust particles coming out of it. Yeah, not very drilling friendly material, I would say. Also, let's check how thick it is. I feel like it's thicker than the regular shell. Oh wow. It is 1.4 millimeters. Here's some more lightweight mice I have. And it is like 0.7, 0.8 millimeters. So there's definitely something different going on here. Oh, it's on. Turn off. Also, check this out. I did some unspeakable things to this mouse, but it still works. And it is fine-ish. I did work on it a bit more. There's more holes in it now. And I have scratched out the feet where the skates should go. Now I can place the skates wherever I want. 8.3 grams. Also, it is getting pretty late. I don't want to wake up my neighbors, so let's do something quiet. How about switching the PCB to accept hot swappable switches? That should be quiet. Here we go. Now we can use whatever switches we like. As a next step, I would say, let's do something with this. It's a tiny scroll wheel, but it is sort of heavy. Maybe because it's still a prototype. It's almost 2 grams. Let's try to make it lighter. Here is the middle mouse button. It has a lot of holes now. 1.5 grams. This is good. And let's do something with this now. I don't even know how to call it, but I feel like it's unnecessarily overcomplicated. So let's try to remove some weight from here too. Here's the thing. I think I did remove as much as I can. It's not the best job I've ever done, but it might be because of the plastic too. Not all plastics carve in the same way. Let's check the weight. .6 grams. Now is the time for switches. I also want to modify them slightly. They are very stiff and I don't really like it, so I might make this part where they usually bend a little bit thinner, so it's gonna be more easier to press. Something like this. You can see the difference in here. And ta-da! And the graphics are still correct. This is an area. Let's do the second one. Here's the main buttons. And I think it is time to assemble it and see if it works. The only one issue I've got so far is the main shell is slightly bent. It might be due to heating up with the drilling, or I don't know. And now, a moment of truth. Let's see if it is flat. No, it's not. It is not flat. You know what that means? We are doing this now. And if this also fails, then it's... I don't know. And I fixed it. The issue was not that the base plate was bent. It was more of the screws that are not aligned well. I had to go and manually adjust every screw to make it flat. You know, quality control. But overall, I think the concept is really interesting, but the execution is not there yet. I think Pulsar already have the formula for a lightweight mouse. All they need to do is stick to the formula and try to not to reinvent the mouse from the scratch. Just make figurative version of this. In fact, I might let me go and show it to you. Here you go. You can chop off the crazy light and it's gonna be lighter than X2F. Just move these screw holes further up a bit and it's gonna be so much better. And I don't really care about carbon composite when the plastic is doing better. Yeah, that's my take on it. I'll try to buy when the real thing comes out. Yeah, that's all I've got for you. Cheers, bye. Oh yeah, wait. 37 grams. Then this thing is 31 grams. Bye.